Friday morning started off normal. I was finishing the last of my eggs, scrolling through headlines on my phone, when Taylor dropped it. "I'm going on a hiking trip this weekend. Just me and the girls." She said it like she was telling me we were out of milk. Not even looking at me, just standing at the sink, rinsing out her coffee mug. I blinked. "What hiking trip?" "We planned it a few days ago," she said, drying her hands on a dish towel. "Well, Kara planned it. I'm just tagging along. We leave tonight." We'd been together 4 years. Lived together the last 2. We didn't have some weird controlling dynamic, but we always ran plans by each other. That was just normal. This wasn't. I leaned back in my chair, coffee halfway to my mouth. "When were you gonna tell me?" She shrugged, didn't even try to act like it was a big deal. "I'm telling you now. You'll be fine on your own for a couple days." The way she said it hit wrong. Like I was some damn dog she was leaving with a bowl of kibble and a pat on the head. Like I couldn't function without her around. I nodded. "All right, have a great time." She froze, just for a second, like she wasn't expecting that, then smiled tight and grabbed her phone off the counter. I didn't push, didn't argue, but in the back of my mind, something felt off. Next morning, I drove her to the airport. Yeah, the airport. Not exactly where most girls' hiking weekends start, but I didn't say anything. Just watched her load 2 massive backpacks into the trunk. Hiking poles, new boots, a high-end sleeping pad still in the wrapper. "You sure you're not climbing Everest?" I joked, trying to keep it light. She smiled without laughing. "I like to be prepared." At the terminal, she gave me a fast kiss on the cheek. No hug. No "miss you." Just a quick peck and, "Try not to wreck the place while I'm gone." I raised an eyebrow, but I kept it cool. "No promises." She rolled her eyes and disappeared through the doors without looking back. I drove home, turned on the TV, and sat there for a while. Something didn't add up, but I didn't know yet how far off everything really was. I was half asleep when my phone buzzed on the nightstand. 7 a.m. Saturday. I groaned, flipped it over. "Ray. Taylor's dad." That wasn't normal. I answered, voice rough. "Hey, Ray. Everything okay?" "Hey, bud," he said, way too cheerful for that hour. "Just wanted to know what time you two are getting to the lake house." "Got the grill and kayaks ready." I sat up straight. "What?" "The lake house," he said, slower this time. "You guys coming soon or what? We figured you'd beat traffic." I blinked at the ceiling. "Ray, I thought Taylor was going hiking with her girlfriends this weekend." Long pause, like a real long pause. "What?" he finally said. "No. She told us this was your anniversary weekend, that it was a surprise trip for you." Her words. "Diane made that cherry pie you like." We drove in from 2 hours out. I got out of bed, heart pounding. "Ray, I'm gonna figure this out and call you back. All right?" "Yeah," he muttered. "Do that." I hung up and opened Instagram. Taylor had posted a few shots from what looked like a cabin up north. Same pine trees, same lake vibe. She was in a flannel, holding a metal mug, smiling like nothing was weird. I swiped through the photos. She was careful, all just her and the girls, until I hit the 4th one. In the blurry background, through the cabin window, was a guy walking by in a gray hoodie. Broad shoulders, buzzed haircut, hiking boots. I zoomed in. It was Zach, her ex, the one who moved to Oregon. I stood frozen for a second, then turned and spotted her laptop on the couch, still open. I sat down and nudged the touchpad. Logged in. She was still signed into everything. No password, no lock screen. Her group chat was right there. I clicked it open and started reading. The trip wasn't girls only. Not even close. 3 couples. Kara and her boyfriend. Cassie and some guy I didn't know. And Taylor with Zach. They'd all been planning it for weeks. Coordinating flights, gear, food. Splitting costs. There were messages about the Airbnb who was bringing what. Even jokes about sharing beds. And right there, dead center in a message Taylor sent the day before she left. "Told Liam it's a girls' weekend. He bought it. LOL. I felt my jaw clench. My whole chest went tight. Like my body knew before my brain did. This wasn't some accident. She lied to me, straight to my face. I scrolled deeper. Saw Zach had been part of the whole thing from day one. Little inside jokes between them. A meme he sent that only the two of them laughed at. He even called her T, the way he used to when they were together. She never mentioned him. Not once. I slammed the laptop shut and stood up fast. Pacing, fists clenched. I didn't even know who to be mad at first. Her? Him? Myself? All I knew was Ray had no clue either. And his wife just baked a pie for a trip that didn't exist. She didn't just lie to me. She lied to everybody. I grabbed my phone and stared at Ray's number. Took a second, then called him back. He answered fast. Well, I took a breath. She's not with the girls. She's with her ex Zach. Whole weekend's a couple's trip. I just saw it all on her laptop. Silence. Then Ray's voice, lower now. She lied to everyone? Took our money for this weekend? You got those messages? I nodded even though he couldn't see. I do. Screenshots and all. You sure you want to show me that? I didn't hesitate. You sure you want to see it? Another pause. Then he said, flat and cold, send them. I did. Every single one. Then I waited. 15 minutes later, Taylor's mom posted the screenshots on Facebook. All of them. Public. Tagged Taylor. Tagged the other people in the photos. The caption. Raised her better than this. My phone blew up. Texts. Notifications. One from Ray. Don't do anything yet. We'll handle her. By noon, Taylor's cousin messaged me. Dude, you okay? Your girl just blew up the entire family group chat. I stared at my phone, reading that text from Taylor's cousin. Dude, you okay? Your girl just blew up the entire family group chat. I didn't even know where to begin with that. Not 5 minutes later, Ray messaged me again. Don't do anything yet. We'll handle her. And I believed him. By then, the Facebook post was spreading like wildfire. Diane had tagged everyone in the cabin pics. Even Kara, who clearly wasn't expecting her weekend getaway to get broadcast to the entire Wallace family. The comments section was brutal. Aunt Linda wrote, "Wait, this wasn't a girls' trip?" Uncle Brian chimed in. "I told y'all Zach was still sniffing around." And someone, I think her older cousin Jessie, just posted a popcorn emoji and let it ride. Ray called again later that afternoon. I picked up. "Yeah, she's not answering her damn phone," he snapped. "Won't respond to texts." Diane's pissed. She told her sister to uninvite Taylor from the baby shower next weekend. I rubbed my forehead. "You sure you want to keep this public? I don't want to be the reason your whole family's at war." "You're not the reason," Ray said flat. "She is. She lied to all of us. Took the damn Airbnb money from Diane like it was nothing. Told us she was surprising you. I don't know who the hell she thinks she is." "She lied to me too," I said, face to face. "Yeah," he muttered. "I saw the screenshots." There was a beat of silence. Then he added, "I'll tell you what, Liam. If she thinks we're just gonna act like this didn't happen, she's got another thing coming." "I'm not doing anything," I said. "Not yet." "Good. Because this isn't your mess to fix." By that night, the family group chat was full-on chaos. Someone leaked screenshots of the private texts, probably Diane. The whole thread from Taylor saying, "Told Liam it's a girls' weekend. He bought it. LOL." Was now being passed around like a virus. People were furious. Cassie tried to defend Taylor at first. "Everyone needs to calm down. It's just a trip." Someone fired back, "So you're okay with lying to your boyfriend and your family?" Cassie didn't reply after that. Then Kara's name started coming up. People figured she'd helped cover it, which, to be fair, she did. One of Taylor's cousins posted, "Kara, if you knew and didn't say anything, you're just as bad." That was when I knew this wasn't just some family gossip thing. This was scorched earth. Even Diane's sisters, the ones who always backed Taylor, were going quiet. I got another message from her cousin Jessie around 9 p.m. "Yo." She tried calling Nana. Nana told her to call back when she grows the hell up. I laughed. Just one bitter bark of a laugh. I didn't feel good. None of this felt good. But I'll be honest, watching her lies unravel in real time, there was a part of me that felt relieved. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't overreacting. She did lie. She did sneak off. She played it like I was some clueless idiot back home, and now she was getting dragged for it by the people who used to put her on a pedestal. Late that night, Ray sent one last message. Just breathe. She'll have to face all of us when she gets back. I sat on the couch in the dark, reading that over and over. She thought this would be a secret weekend with her ex. Instead, she lit a match and burned her whole damn family bridge down. Sunday morning, I woke up expecting a text, a call, something from Taylor. Instead, she posted an Instagram rant. It was a black screen with white letters and that fake deep font she always used when she was feeling misunderstood. Sometimes people confuse control for love. I needed space. I took it. If that makes me the villain, so be it. Caption: don't assume you know my life. Oh please. I stared at it for a full minute, just shaking my head. No apology. No explanation. Just some dramatic victim monologue like she was being punished for chasing her truth or whatever. The comments rolled in fast, and they weren't what she was probably expecting. You lied. That's not needing space. That's being shady. Your mom literally posted the receipts. Sit down. Girl, cheating isn't self-care. And then Kara, her own best friend, dropped the hammer in the comments. Lying to your boyfriend isn't independence. Grow up. That one got over 300 likes in an hour. I just sat on the couch, scrolling, watching the entire thing implode. People she hadn't talked to in months were commenting. Even her cousin Jessie popped in with a simple, wild behavior. That should have been the end of it. But then Zach's name started trending in the comment threads. Turns out he had a girlfriend. Still, back in Oregon. Her name was Megan. And she wasn't quiet. Megan posted her own screenshots. Zach in her DMs 2 weeks before the trip, saying, I just need this weekend. Taylor and I have stuff to sort out. Once I get clarity, we'll talk. She captioned it. This what reconnecting looks like? You're both clowns. Now it was all over TikTok and Twitter. People sharing the screenshots, the DMs, the Facebook post. Someone even made a reaction video using Taylor's own IG rant as background audio with captions like, gaslight, gatekeep, cheat with your ex. It was brutal. And it didn't stop there. By Sunday afternoon, I got a message from one of Taylor's friends. Rachel, I think, didn't know Zach was coming. Not cool. I wouldn't have gone if I knew. Then another. I feel like we got dragged into a lie. Hope you're doing okay. That one surprised me. It wasn't much, but still cracks were forming. Then Ray called again, voice calm but deadly. We cut off her credit cards, he said. Diane canceled the Airbnb too. She can figure out her own way home. She's still out there? I asked. Yep, he said. And she ain't staying in that cabin much longer. We called ahead. Told them our card was used under false pretenses. They were real interested in hearing more. I rubbed my face. This thing's getting bigger than I thought. Ray let out a humorless chuckle. Yeah, she set fire to the whole damn forest. Now she's shocked people can see the smoke. By Sunday night, Taylor's follower count had dropped by over 1,000. People she used to hang out with in college unfollowed her publicly. Some of them even reshared Megan's post, backing her. The worst part? Taylor still hadn't called me. Not once. No, sorry. No, let me explain. Just radio silence while the internet and her own family took turns ripping her apart. And all of it was because she couldn't just be honest. She wanted her little secret weekend with her ex. She thought she was smarter than everyone else. Instead, she got blasted by her parents, humiliated by her friends, and exposed by a woman 3 states away she didn't even think about. I went to bed that night with the notifications still buzzing on my phone. But I didn't feel like checking them anymore. I already knew how it ended. She lost the crowd, and there was no getting it back. It was almost midnight when she finally called. I stared at the screen for a second before answering. No name showed up, just a random number, like she thought blocking hers would change anything. I picked up. Yeah. Her voice came in hot. You ruined everything, Liam. No hello. No, can we talk? Just straight to blame. I didn't even blink. You lied. I didn't ruin a thing. You had no right going through my laptop, she yelled. That was private. That's insane, Liam. You crossed a line. I stood up from the couch, my voice low but steady. You lied to your parents. You lied to me. You planned a couple's weekend with your ex, Taylor. You played yourself. There was silence on her end, but I could hear her breathing. Fast, shaky, like she was scrambling for what came next. She finally snapped. You don't understand. You never did. I needed space. You don't get to act like some victim when you were. I cut her off. When I was what? Home? Paying rent? Driving you to the airport for your little girl's trip? Don't even try it. Click. She hung up. No apology. No explanation. Just more deflection and fake outrage. I stood there for a second, staring at the wall. Then I exhaled and walked straight to the closet. That was it. No more back and forth. I pulled out every drawer, grabbed all her stuff, her workout gear, her stupid stack of candles she never lit, the sweater she always said she borrowed from me but never gave back. Box by box, I packed everything. Neat, labeled, just like I'd want someone to do for me. I wasn't about to throw it in the street or torch it or anything stupid. I just wanted it gone. By the time I finished, it was almost 2 a.m. The place felt clearer. Not quiet, not yet, but definitely lighter. I sat down on the bed, opened my phone, and typed out the last message I ever planned to send her. Let me know when you want to pick this up. You've got 24 hours. No emojis, no threats, just the facts. I hit send, turned my phone face down, and turned off the lamp. No part of me felt sorry anymore. She didn't just betray me. She burned every bridge she had. Family, friends, and now this place too. And I was done holding the water while she played victim. Monday morning, I called the locksmith before I even made coffee. Guy showed up by 8:30, didn't ask questions. Took him less than 10 minutes to swap the locks. When he handed me the new keys, I felt something I hadn't felt in a while. Control. I spent the next few hours cleaning. Took her name off the mailbox. Took her toothbrush out of the bathroom. Bagged it and tossed it in the box labeled bathroom stuff. Around 1 p.m., my phone buzzed. Taylor, we need to talk. I didn't even pause. Me, your stuff's packed. You don't live here anymore. Didn't reply after that. Didn't care to. 10 minutes later, I heard a car door slam out front. Then knocking. Not polite, not casual, just aggressive, pissed-off pounding. I looked through the peephole. There she was, Taylor, back from her little soul-searching retreat, standing on the porch with her luggage and red-rimmed eyes. I cracked the door but kept the chain on. Liam, seriously, open the door. We need to talk. Her voice was already breaking. I stayed calm. You're not on the lease. You don't live here. Call someone else. She blinked fast, like she couldn't believe I was actually saying it. You can't do this, she snapped. This isn't legal, Liam. I lived here. You lived here with me, I said. Now you don't. I gave you 24 hours. She dropped one of her bags and started crying harder. But I didn't move. Let me in. You don't get to just erase me. I shut the door without another word and locked it. That's when she lost it. Screaming through the door, pacing up and down the porch. I gave you 4 years. I sacrificed so much for you. And this is how you treat me. I didn't answer. 5 minutes later, she got on her phone. I watched through the blinds as she made the call. Then she waited on the curb, arms crossed, rage bubbling just under the surface. 20 minutes later, 2 squad cars pulled up. I opened the door before they even knocked. Afternoon, officers, I said, holding the lease in my hand. They asked what was going on. I handed them the paperwork. She doesn't live here. She's not on the lease. I asked her to leave. Her stuff is boxed and ready to go. One of them stepped off to talk to Taylor while the other read through the lease. After a few minutes, the one with the clipboard looked up at me and said, "Looks like everything's in order. You've got every right to change the locks." He turned and walked back toward her. "Ma'am, you'll need to leave. This is a civil matter now. You're not on the lease. You have no legal right to enter. She exploded. Are you kidding me? He locked me out of my home. What am I supposed to do? The cop didn't flinch. This isn't your home anymore. You'll need to arrange pickup through him or go through court. But you need to leave the property today. She looked right at me, eyes full of fury. You think you won? This isn't over. I didn't say a word, just closed the door. Through the window, I watched her shove her bags back into the car, sobbing and screaming at no one. Then she sped off. I stood there, hands still on the knob, and finally took a breath. That chapter was closed. By Tuesday, I stopped checking her socials. I didn't need to. Her life was unraveling fast, and word was getting around without me even looking. Apparently, her first move was trying to stay with Kara. That made sense, they were tight. Ride or die, fake deep captions, matching bracelets in college. It lasted 2 days. I got the update from Rachel, who messaged me out of nowhere. She's not at Kara's anymore. Her boyfriend kicked her out, said he didn't sign up for this drama. Brutal, but fair. Kara tried to defend her in the comments and got torched. Her boyfriend probably saw the writing on the wall and pulled the plug fast. So Taylor started couch hopping. She reached out to Cassie, ignored. Then Rachel ghosted. Even her old roommate Jenna supposedly hit her with a sorry, too much going on right now, and stopped replying. Turns out, dragging half your social circle into a lie backfires when the spotlight hits. She burned too many people in one weekend. By Thursday, she was sleeping in her car. Zach, offered to let her crash at his place. He lived with a roommate in some apartment off Belmont, couple miles from the city center. I heard from Jessie, her cousin, who'd been following everything. She stayed at Zach's. One night, his roommate kicked her out the next morning. Said she was bad energy. That one made me laugh out loud. Bad energy. Yeah, that tracked. So she ended up in some rundown motel near the freeway. One of those weekly places with flickering signs and duct tape on the windows. I drove past it once without meaning to, and I swear, I saw her car in the lot. She started paying with cash. No more cards, no more support from her parents. Diane and Ray had cut everything off. No family, no friends, just her, for walls and whatever cash she had left. Her job? That wasn't going well either. I found out through a guy we both knew, Matt, worked in HR at her company. He shot me a message. Yo, not sure what's going on with Taylor, but she's missed like 4 days. Manager's not happy. She's on final warning. It didn't surprise me. She'd always been the I'll figure it out type, but life wasn't letting her coast anymore. She tried to play the victim, the free spirit, the misunderstood soul. But the truth caught up fast. And without someone to lie to lean on, or to cover for her, she fell apart. There were no more cute hiking selfies. No long captions about growth. Just silence. Every now and then someone would DM me another update. She's still at that motel? She tried calling Kara again. She asked her aunt if she could move in. Got laughed at. The collapse wasn't loud. It was slow, sad, and I didn't feel bad. She built this on her own. 2 weeks after she got kicked out of Zach's place, I got an email with the subject line, "Proposal." I almost deleted it without reading, but curiosity won. She started with some long-winded crap about starting over and learning from pain. Then she cut to the chase. She wanted me to loan her $4,500. Said it was for a deposit and 2 months' rent on a new place. Said the motel was draining her. Claimed it was partially my fault she didn't have housing. Her exact words, "I wouldn't be in this position if you hadn't locked me out so suddenly. I'm not blaming you. I just hope you can take some accountability." I stared at the screen, dead silent for a second. Accountability? After everything? I clicked reply. Typed one word. No. Sent it. Closed my laptop. 10 minutes later, my phone started blowing up. She must have still had my number saved. One text, "Wow, real mature." Then, "You're a cold-hearted piece of shit." Another, "You owe me. For years of my life. You think that means nothing?" Then came more emails. Subject lines like, "Don't make me go legal. This isn't over. If I have to get lawyers involved, I will. She even attached a photo of a handwritten repayment plan with a fake signature space at the bottom, like we were doing some middle school version of small claims court. I didn't respond to any of it. Next day, Ray called me. His voice was halfway between angry and amused. She tried it on us too, he said. Came crawling back asking for money like nothing happened. Diane nearly threw her phone across the damn kitchen. I laughed. Did she pull the partially your fault line? Ray snorted. Word for word. She's unbelievable, I said. He didn't argue. She's desperate. But that doesn't make it our problem. Nope. That was the last time I heard from Taylor directly. The next update came from her cousin Jessie. Like always. She left town, went to live with her grandma in Arkansas, packed up what was left and bailed. 3 states away. I checked her Instagram out of habit one night. She'd wiped most of her feed. The few posts left were vague quotes with blurred-out sunsets and nonsense captions like, "Sometimes the breakdown is the breakthrough. Healing doesn't look like what you expect. Growth is messy. Let it be. No comments allowed. Likes hidden. Just sad little breadcrumbs of someone pretending they were fine. But I knew better. This wasn't growth. This was escape." She blew up her entire life, blamed everyone else, and ran. 3 weeks later, the place finally felt like mine. I repainted the living room, got rid of that bland beige she liked, and went dark navy. Clean. Simple. No candles, no throw pillows with fake deep quotes. All her stuff was gone. I even dumped the coffee mugs she left behind. The silence used to feel heavy. Now it felt earned. I started therapy. Not because I was falling apart, but because I didn't want to carry the anger around anymore. I wanted to stop replaying the moment she said, "It's just a girl's trip." Like it was nothing. Some days were better than others. But I was moving forward. Met someone new at the dog park, of all places. Her name's Emily. She's got a mutt named Grover who's scared of squirrels but loves strangers. We started with short walks, then coffee. No games, no red flags. She listens. She talks like a real person, not someone trying to win a performance review in every conversation. A week ago, I told her the story, the trip, the lie, the fallout. She just stared at me when I finished and went, "She forgave you?" I laughed. She didn't even ask for forgiveness. She tried to flip it on me. Emily shook her head. "That's not healing. That's ego." Yeah. She got it. Last week, I got a text from a random number. No contact name, no greeting. Just, "I've started therapy. I'm finally seeing what I lost." I didn't reply, but I kept it. Not because I missed her. I didn't. Not even a little. I kept it to remind myself what a lie looks like in writing. She had every chance to be honest, to treat me and everyone else with basic respect. Instead, she picked the lie. And now she gets to live with it. Enjoy the trip. But don't expect the world to be waiting when you get back.